Hello, everybody! Hello, yes! Hello, it's me! Yes! America's melting! We're all melting! Dude, it's so fucking hot outside! We're all melting! We're all gonna turn into puddles. It's gonna be great! Dude, we're underneath like a heat wave for the next week. I'm gonna be dying! From the heat, mentally. I'll be exhausted. Not actually. Twitch. Okay. Hey. Chat. It's time to continue with more Ace Attorney. Yes. We're in the home stretch, my guy! Get me music. We're in the final stretch! We've got like 3 parts left. I have no idea how long any of it is. The last section was so long! I was like, oh my god! My voice was dying by the end of it. I'm gonna clear chat. If anybody decides to pop on in and say hi, they can. Yes. Alright. Okay. So, recap. The President of Zheng Fa is dead. Death by mustard, I guess. There was some yellow stuff on his jacket that we have no idea what it is or yet to identify anything. But the possible theory of how he died is that he got crushed by a giant Torosaurus head. Big cow head. He got crushed to death. That's our thinking. And Lang is here and he's like, that's my boy, I gotta avenge him. He was my bestie. So he's on the case. And then all of a sudden, Shaun goes missing. Turns out the kid is Gavelle's son, who was kidnapped. And Gavelle was being essentially blackmailed, I guess, to give a not guilty verdict for the Lagarde case, which is case number 2. She was essentially getting blackmailed to give a not guilty verdict to Fifi Lagarde by Excelsius winner. And Excelsius thought that his guys kidnapped Shaun, when in actuality, they fucking kidnapped EUSTACE! Excelsius was like, what the fuck? Turns out we found Shaun. Shaun is safe. Gavelle's like, thank fucking god. Excelsius and Fifi Lagarde have been declared guilty of their crimes. For in relation of case 2. And, because apparently Excelsius was in it with Fifi Lagarde, being like, hey, you should kill Bronco Knight. Fifi Lagarde was like, okay. Something having to do with Canis. Oh, and Canis is broken out of jail. He's missing. He might be besties with Shelly the Killer? I got no idea. And apparently there's a third mystery person who was the one who actually kidnapped Shaun. Who is pulling the whole strings of everything. And is essentially Mr. Red Raincoat. Who caused Kay's amnesia. We're trying to figure out who this person is. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's actually Simon Saint. I think it might be. I have a sneaking suspicion, but I'm starting to doubt it because I've realized that the sound tracking device or the microphone that was in Kay's pin, I have no idea how that got there. And that was on us since the beginning of Case 4. So, I am starting to doubt my sneaking suspicions that it is Saint, but I would be very surprised if it is. And now, we're heading back to the body, to the scene of the crime, because Lang burst through the doors and was like, Gavelle, Shaun! Gavelle and Shaun, you are under arrest for the murder of the president. So, here we are. We've saved Shaun, now we're back with everything President of Zheng Fa related. So, we have a party going on around here. Holy shit, okay. Could you maybe calm down a little? Calm down? No way, Jose! Not until y'all come clean! It's for your own good, dang it! Our intrepid reporters refuse to give up, even in the face of repeated stonewalling from the crew. Look, you ladies need to stop harassing these people, or I'll have to ask you to... You cops sure got a lot of nerve! Y'all are the ones who let Torosaurus run wild! Hoping to hide the fact that they bred this menace themselves, the staff cling desperately to their story! Look, we're really not breeding anything. This is a movie set. Says the gal who told me she'd done seen Gordy with her own dang eyes. I saw something, but that doesn't mean we're keeping monsters here. Alright, break it up. Party time! Holy shit! Everybody's here! Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! And Shaun! Y'all are on the trail of this here monster infestation too, huh? No, what the fuck are you talking about? We're on the trail of a criminal. Lang, she says! The darkness of a criminal's heart can sometimes be compared to a monster. That is to say, a killer is no different from a monster, really. Agent Lang, this is highly irregular, sir. We can't allow members of the public onto the crime scene. These people are important witnesses. I need them to be here. Well, Agent Lang, here we are. Where do you intend to begin? Let's start by summing up the facts. President Wang's body was discovered here this morning with mustard all over his jacket. It stained his precious abs. Look at them. How dare they? Disgraceful way to die. He hadn't been seen since the night before last. Yes, he'd slipped off without his bodyguards noticing, if I remember correctly. So he's missing for over a day. And the last person to see him alive was you, Judge Gavelle, on the roof of the big building. Oh, wait, what does Shaun know? Excuse me? Oh no, bestie! We gotta save our bestie. Why did the two of you arrange to meet? I'm sorry, but I can't say. Not even to defend yourself from an accusation of murder? Why? Why can't you just tell us? Please, Judge Gavelle, we're trying to help you. Shut the fuck up! Ha! She can't say because she'll only incriminate herself more. I know you had something to do with the president's murder, and I'm going to prove it. You said yourself that the body was only found this morning. How do you explain the time that passed between Judge Gavelle's meeting with the president and then? That's exactly what I'm hoping we're about to find out. I'm particularly interested in what happened last night. So why don't you tell us exactly how it all went down? Shaun Fenn! Me? We know you were here on the set last night. You were, Shaun? We have testimony from the woman over there, and forensics evidence from the footprints that proves it. You came back to run your lines, right? What? You were spying on me? I'm sorry, I was just making sure you were okay. It was late. I was worried about you. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't need you to worry about me. What? He's got milk in his bag! Holy shit! How much milk did you smuggle, kid? Holy fuck! Shaun! That's no way to talk to an adult. She was trying to look out for you. Apologize this instant! Sorry. I told you before, I won't have you speaking to people that way. Wow, this is a whole new Judge Gavelle. It's Mom Gavelle. Holy shit. She seems just as strict with her son as she is with those who break the law. Are you listening to me? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You must! Oh. I wonder if he's just zoning out. And I want you to remember that, alright? Can we get on with the investigation now? Can you stop teaching your child how to be a good kid? Like, what the hell? Oh, of course. Forgive me and my mom moment. I don't think I've ever seen her so passionate about anything. I guess Judge Gavelle, the mother, will take a little getting used to. Are we to understand that you're accusing Shaun of being involved somehow, Agent Lang? I just want the truth. I need to know why the president was killed. And by who. And I don't care what it takes. I'm going to find out. Because it makes sense for him to be so determined. The president was practically family to him. He was his bestie. Alright. Shaun, perhaps you could tell us what happened last night? Fine by me. I've got nothing to hide. Hell yeah! Awesome! I had a bad day yesterday. Messed up a couple of takes. We were scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. So I thought I'd put in some extra practice. And that's what I did. It's that simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened. You've been rehearsing late at night again? But when I called you yesterday evening, Shaun, you said you were at the hotel. You called him? Around what time? It must have been 11 p.m. or thereabouts. It's one of our rules. When Shaun stays away from home, we have to speak every night. Yeah, well, I wasn't at the hotel. I was here on set. She's pissed. So you lied to me? Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Sorry. Ooh, now she's mad. I think it's kind of amazing how hard he wants to work on his acting, though. Nonetheless, a parent can't help but worry. Her child alone late at night? Anything could happen to him. And indeed it did. He got himself entangled in this case. But he said nothing happened, right? He did. Although I can't help but wonder if he was telling the truth. I had a bad day yesterday, messed up a couple takes. We were scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. Isn't that a lie? Isn't that a lie? Weren't they not supposed to shoot today? Or am I remembering this wrong? I thought I put in some extra practice and that's what I did. It's that simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened. Nothing really changes between these two pictures. I need to press. I need to press something. So you wanted to rehearse your lines in preparation for the reshoots? Yeah. I caused enough trouble for everybody messing things up the first time around. I wasn't about to do that again. I'm a pro. One can only admire his dedication and his sense of responsibility to his coworkers. Shaun takes his work so seriously. He's a real inspiration to everybody. Even the takes he said he messed up, it wasn't like there was actually a problem. He just wanted to make them as good as they could be. He always says that even a tiny bit better is— Shut up! Why do you always have to say stuff that people don't need to hear? Oh, sorry, Shaun. Maybe work on his people skills a little more.
Anyway, as I was saying,
shit. I thought I'd put in some extra practice, and that's what I did. It's that simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened. But the footprints were in his rehearsal tape. I had a bad day yesterday. It was fine, nothing happened. What about the fucking footprints? Ooh, goodness. I'm gonna break my neck like a Kit Kat bar. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah! The fucking footprints! Nothing happened? I'm sorry, but you're lying. This proves it beyond a doubt.
wait, that's... How did you...
That's right. Your rehearsal tape.
God. What? You have video footage from last night?
We do. And if you watch it, you'll see that it was no ordinary evening. There's some footprints.
There's a footprint there already!
There is. And I'm not sure that's an everyday sight. Even on a film set.
Shaun, why would you keep this from me?
Whoop.
No reason. Liar! That stuff might work on your mom, you kid, but it's not gonna work on me. Why did you hide the tape?
Shaun, you have to tell us!
You... Look, I just didn't want anybody to see me rehearsing, okay? I don't like it.
That's valid. I don't like it when people see me rehearsing solo. That's valid. Why is everybody so shocked? What the hell? So you were embarrassed? Is that it?
Yeah. What's so weird about that? That's why you didn't hand over vital evidence?
Shaun! How could you? He does have so much milk in his bag.
Oh, give me a break. You know about it now, don't you? Sure, the footprint was there, but I just ran my lines and went home. That was it.
Jesus Christ. What, and nothing about the giant monster footprint struck you as weird? It's a giant monster footprint!
On the set of a giant monster movie. It's not like there isn't all kinds of other weird stuff around here. I don't buy it for a second. Chief, there's something hinky about this kid. Sure is, I'm standing right here.
Dang Skippy there is. He's hiding a scoop under them their horns, or my name ain't Lotta Hart.
Shut up, both of you. I'm done talking!
No, you're not.
What?
The footprint isn't the only strange thing about last night. What other unusual occurrence happened yesterday evening? His fucking... He died! The president died. Or is it something else? Is it playing towards something else? Yesterday evening? Oh, Judge Gavelle. Judge Gavelle was also up there. Right? Ah, fuck. Whoopsies.
This is the guy who clearly thinks like one.
Whoops. Okay, everything that happened, it's not... Okay. Wait. I thought it was pointing towards Judge Gavelle and the president talking. But it's... Right? Ah, fuck! I'm so out of the loop! What was weird that also happened last evening? Why is my PNG tuber not talking? What's happening? Oh, it's set really high. Holy shit. There we go. Much better. Ah! The head! That's right! The model of Torosaurus's head fell from the roof of that trailer last night. Did you expect us to believe that you knew nothing about that?
Ugh! I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that so?
I told you. I ran my lines, I went home. That was it. What do I know about some stupid falling head? Are you saying you can prove I know something?
Sadly not. It's entirely possible that the head fell after Shaun left.
No proof, huh? Then this conversation is over!
Something tells me he doesn't want to talk about last night any more than is absolutely necessary. What is he hiding?
Hold it right there.
Huh? What is it, Agent Lang?
So it's just as I thought. Thanks, Mr. Prosecutor. This footage of yours backs up my theory nicely.
What? There was something else on that tape?
Yup. Look closely. See the costume up in the top left.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wait, it's open. Wait, is that a zipper? Holy shit! Wait, I'm very confused. My monitor is kind of dark, so I can't really see it that well. I think that's a zipper open. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, the Torosaurus suit.
Something's different. Do you see it?
There's a zipper on the back of the thing.
I'm not sure. He's just kinda hanging out and looking a little saggy.
Ah! It's my laundry. Hold on.
Oh, and the zipper on his back is done up tight.
The zipper?
Huh? That's... Huh. Yeah, I guess you all see it now, right? On the tape, the zipper is wide open. Why? Because somebody's inside the suit. That's why.
What?
Mr. Powers, that zipper. What can you tell us about it? Well, we always close it up tight when the suit ain't in use.
That's right, Mr. Prosecutor. And do you remember something else I said not so long ago? Let me refresh your memory. What if your friend Gavelle pushed the president off the big building the night before last? And then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere.
Here? But where?
In the suit! Five Nights in Freddy's style! Spring lock it up tight and... Holy shit! End up like one of the Aftons. I don't know his fucking name. I ain't a part of the fandom. But secretly Lang is. There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you could hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later, last night in other words, and take it out again.
You're saying the body could have been hidden in the Torosaurus suit?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Isn't that right, Gavelle? You pushed the president off the roof, just like I said. Then you hid his body inside that costume. I most certainly did not. Protest all you like. I'm not going to believe you. You're the only person who could have done this.
I thought we already proved that would have been impossible. The movie set was locked at the time. There's no way Judge Gavelle would have been able to get in here.
What if she had an accomplice?
What?
I've got a little theory for you. I think you're gonna like it.
Shaun hid the body! What the fuck?
What if Shaun was waiting down here when Gavelle pushed the president off the roof? If the two of them were working together, the problem of the lock goes away.
They then worked to hide the body together by dragging it over to the Torosaur's suit and stuffing it inside. You think the murder was really that carefully planned? It was the assassination of a world leader. It could only have been carefully planned. To suggest that Shaun could have been involved in this it's unthinkable. You're my prime suspect. What makes you think I'm going to listen to a word you say? But what about motive? What reason would either of them have to kill President Wang? Who knows? But we'll find out soon enough. She was the last one to meet with him, and she won't tell us why. Pretty darn suspicious. Even you have to agree with that. Gavelle, you just need to say it! Spill the beans, honey! Give us the tea! Judge Gavelle, I don't suppose I can convince you to share many more details. My apologies, but that is the one thing I cannot do. However, rest assured, should that ever change, you will be the first to know. So please, you have to believe me. Yeah, murderers have a habit of saying that. What about you, kid? Any weak excuses to offer? If so, now's the time to get them off your chest!
Puh! I got nothing to say to you. I'm innocent.
Both as tight-lipped as each other, huh? But let me guess. You're still going to try and stick up for them? It's true. Judge Gavelle's actions certainly make her seem suspicious. But nothing she has told us amounts to a motive for murder. Or even the suggestion of one. No. And like I said, I'm leaving motive aside for now. For the moment, I'm focusing on means and opportunity. And for my money, these two had to be working together for their little plot to succeed. Jesus fucking Christ! Lang! Okay. Chat, hold on. I gotta go work on my laundry.
Enjoy the jams! I'll be right back!
Ugh.
Okay, I'm back!
I'm back. Oh, I need to set a timer for my drive. Fuck. An hour and 20 minutes. Here we go. Alright. Okay, what the fuck? Okay. Two of them working together, the problem of the lock goes away. They then work to hide the body together too, by dragging it over to the Torosaur's suit and stuffing it inside. Yeah, the zipper is untouched. I feel like I need to press something. You're seriously suggesting that a child could have been an accomplice in this murder?
Look at him, he's still in elementary school. There's no way a kid that young would be involved in something like this. I think I mentioned that he's in junior high, right?
Ling Shi says, "Pity no wolf, be he cub or grizzlied elder."
Sorry, grizzled elder. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't read.
It doesn't matter how young he is. If he's guilty, and he'll be treated as such.
Wow, wolf clubs have it hard, huh?
I'm surprised at you, Mr. Prosecutor. You're saying he deserves mercy just because of his age?
Of course not. I'm saying that there's no way he did this, and I'm going to prove it to you.
I'll look forward to it, but be warned, I'm only just getting warmed up.
Ah, shit. Okay, keep pressing. Goes away how, exactly?
I thought you might try this, but you and I both know exactly how. Let me make it nice and simple for you. First, she pushes the president off the roof.
Pushes. Okay.
And then the kid opens the combination lock because he knows the code.
Yep. Kid opens code, knows lock. Gotcha!
No, Kate, the other way around. And that's it. It's that simple. No more lock to worry about. And no more objections about her not being able to get in because she didn't know the code.
Will explain the way the problem blocked. True. Thank you for your clear and incisive explanation, Agent Lang. Please, continue.
I will. And hopefully this next part will shut you up for good.
The problem of the lock goes away. But the lock was left untouched. It's the side lock that was opened. Why would they need to cut the side lock? If this lock was left untouched. Fuck. It's a good try. If Shaun needed help, why would they cut the side lock if he knew the combination of the first one when the lock is untouched? I'm very confused. But if the two of them were working together, why would they need to hide the body for a full day?
Well, look at the situation right in front of you. Thanks to that little ruse, we're still puzzling over what they were even up to now. But if you'll let me speak, I can clear up this whole mess once and for all. Ready? Good. So like I was saying, they worked together to hide the body.
Oh fuck, they didn't give me shit. By dragging it over to the Torosaur's suit and stuffing it inside. Wouldn't there be a shit ton of blood? Nothing's gonna give me anything, is it? The video footage doesn't show the inside of the suit. You can't say for certain that there was a body in there at the time, can you?
Maybe not. But we can take a look right now. Let's open up and see what's inside. I'd put money on us finding proof that it was there.
Do you mind if we examine the suit, Mr. Powers? Oh, not at all. Might be a little ripe, though. Gets pretty sweaty in there. Oh, here we go. Whoa! Hello? What? Why does it have newspaper flecks? What? Wait, what? Why does it have the same stuff? That's the same shit on Excelsius's gloves. Was it used to hide the weapons? From the Fifi Lagarde's case? What the fuck is happening? Huh, it's filthy. Yeah, that's weird. I always clean it out pretty good. If you don't, it can get kind of moldy. In other words, what we're looking at is proof that somebody other than you used the costume. That dirt in there must have come from the body. No, it came from the fucking garbage!
I guess the president was lying right in the middle of that footprint. He probably would have gotten pretty dirty.
Exactly. Well, everybody happy?
The inside of the suit is covered with dirt. Must be from when the body was hidden there. I'm gonna save. Did Excelsius use this fucking suit? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Why did the gloves not work? How could it have gotten dirty? The inside of the suit is covered with dirt. It must have been from when the body was hidden there. Then why does the body not have any dirt on it? If the suit was dirty, then the body must be dirty. Would have to be dirty if it was hidden in there. But there's only some flecks of mustard on his jacket, my guy. Okay, we gotta get Excelsius out of our fucking heads, dude. So our assumption is that the inside of the suit is dirty because the dirt came from the body. Would it be safe to say that that's the case?
Why? Is there a problem?
Yeah, body's squeaky clean, my guy! The part of the suit directly in front of the opening is particularly dirty.
Yeah, it really is.
But look at the victim. The area of his body that would have been in contact with that part of the suit isn't dirty at all. In fact, it's just covered with a little bit of mustard. If the victim had been crammed in there, as you suggest, his chest would surely be covered in dirt.
Gah! Fine. So what's your explanation? How did all that dirt get inside there?
Based on the videotape, there may well have been somebody in the suit at the time. So who was it if it wasn't the president? Wait. Okay. Maybe we need to turn our minds back to Excelsius.
Come on, Kay, think. Where was it?
Is something that matter, Kay?
I've seen dirt like that somewhere else, I'm sure of it. Maybe with Excelsius! I just can't think where. Dirt with weird little gray bits in it.
Gray bits. She's right. There is something mixed in there.
It was stuck to something else we'd looked at. Lots of it.
Stuck to something we looked at. An item of evidence, maybe? It's probably worth checking. Excelsius winner, what did you do with the suit? As Kay pointed out, the dirt in the suit contains small flecks of something gray.
And?
We discovered similar flecks stuck to an item belonging to somebody we recently had dealings with. The item in question being these gloves.
You're right. The dirt does look similar.
But so what? What are you saying this stuff is? What exactly are these gray flecks of yours? I believe the gray flecks are... concrete. Yeah. Excelsius, did you make some really big fucking footprints? Surely they're flecks of concrete.
Oh, like all the little broken up bits around the footprints, you mean?
Exactly. And who did the gloves on which we found similar dirt and gray flecks belong to?
Chairman Winner! We found them in his garage!
That's right. We visited the garage at his home earlier today, and we found a pair of mechanic's gloves covered in dirt. If I recall correctly, a sledgehammer and a shovel too, and bags of concrete next to his bike that we called Sacks of Flour. Why would a pair of mechanic's gloves be covered in dirt? I'll tell you why. Because somebody wore them while they used that hammer and shovel. They smashed through the concrete to the dirt below, staining the gloves with both substances.
Wait, so you're saying...
Yes, that we finally know what these footprints really are. It seems highly likely that they were dug by Chairman Winner!
Highly likely? If that's so, then tell me this.
Why the heck did he make them?
What purpose could they possibly serve?
Why indeed? I imagine he must have been... What? I do not know. Was he trying to get rid of something? I think he must have been burying something.
Ooh, I smell treasure! So what was it? What did he bury?
There's only one way to find out. Dig it up and see. You think the cops didn't check already? There was nothing buried under any of these footprints. Oh shit, whoops. I was wrong. So he was digging something. What was he searching for? What? Why? And why in such precise dinosaur-looking footprints? I think he must have been digging something up. I imagine events unfolded somewhat like this. There was something on this lot that he needed to unearth. In order to do so, he cut the chain on the side entrance and gained access from there. He then used the sledgehammer and shovel to dig the 3 footprints. When he found what he was looking for, he bagged it up and filled in all the holes.
But then Shaun must have showed up, right?
I think he did, yes. Chairman Winner would have had to find a hiding place, and the Torosaurus suit provided just that. Gah! Shit! You got all that from a pair of dirty gloves? It's good. But it's all just speculation. We don't have any proof that he was inside that suit. He could have dug those holes and gotten out of here before the kid even showed up. But he didn't. And there's proof of that right there in the footage. It shows that Chairman Winner was still present when this recording was made. What? It's a shame that Agent Lang didn't notice himself. But if we compare the situation as we see it now, to the situation as it appears on Shaun's rehearsal tape, and compare that in turn to what we saw in Chairman Winner's garage, it soon becomes clear that the chairman was present. What part of this image shows that the Chairman Winner was still here? His stuff? That bag isn't a part of it, is it? That looks like a bag that Winner would have. Yeah. He brought his shit with him! Look at the bag next to the Torosaurus suit. We saw the same bag in Chairman Winter's garage. Did we? Well, we must have, because I didn't notice it. Okay. We saw the same bag in Chairman Winter's garage. The same bag. The dirt on the gloves. That has to indicate a connection, surely. Dude, I didn't even fucking notice the bag! I didn't pay attention to that shit! Okay. I think that pretty much seals it. It was Excelsius Winter in the suit. And if it was in there, the president's body can't have been. Ah! Good. It seems I convinced Agent Lang the flaws of this theory. Somebody get to Chairman Winter's house right away! We need to know what's in that bag! Yes, sir! He's here. Oh, never mind! Y'all done lost your minds! I can't believe what I'm hearing here! What is this hog's will? This is all we need. Them right there's Torosaurus footprints. Dang it! Ain't no holes dug by no old guy! Huh. I think I've demonstrated more than adequately that's exactly what they are. Don't matter to me what you just done did. I don't believe it, and that's that. I done told y'all. I seen that big bad bull with my own 2 eyes. The giant eye peering in at the window. I thought we gotten past that. Oh wait, shit. The giant eye peering in at the window. I thought we gotten past that nonsense.
We ain't about to let that go. What kind of journalists would we be if we did, huh?
Responsible ones. But I guess that's the whole problem.
Wait. Ain't like it was just about the footprints, nohow. You were seen fraternizing with one of them there monsters. Ain't that correct, young man? But the young lady over there, if I'm not very much mistaken...
Oh, fucking Gordy. We're never going to get anywhere with these two around.
Maybe if we could prove to them that it wasn't a monster either, they might finally drop it. What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Any bright ideas?
Prove that it wasn't a monster? Fine. I don't suppose there's much else for it. Let's see what we can do. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Need a drink. Refreshing. Alright. What are you two whispering about?
Y'all are hiding something, ain't ya?
Admit it!
Quick, Tabby, roll tape.
Could I politely ask that you both calm down? The monster the boy was seen talking to. We know what it was now. Huh? That's right. Shaun's rehearsal tape finally cleared up that particular mystery.
It did?
The point at which Miss Nichols thought she was... The point at which Miss Nichols thought she saw Shaun with Gordy. That would have been right when he was making his rehearsal tape. I think she mistook a certain object for the legendary creature of the lake. Your so-called monster is right here in this picture. Huh? I don't see no Gordy! That ain't nothing but a dumb snapshot! You're talking to a pro here. Can't fool me with no trick photography. Was Miss Nichols Gordy really? It's the fucking camera. It's the camera covered in the weatherproof cloth. That's right. It was a camera crane. That is what Miss Nichols saw, not Gordy. What? Shaun's rehearsal tape was shot from a noticeably elevated viewpoint. A viewpoint that would only have been possible if the camera in question was attached to a crane.
Bull! How the heck would she make a mistake like that, huh?
How indeed, Miss Nichols.
Yes?
You told us that you think you might need new glasses, didn't you?
Yeah, my eyesight got way worse all of a sudden.
I imagine that when you thought you saw Gordy, he was quite heavily shrouded in darkness.
That's right. I only really saw a silhouette. But you done told us! Skin like an enormous worm. You said!
You're not about to try and tell us your precious crane up and grew skin somehow? Ain't even no flesh on them, they're metal bones, let alone skin! You're entirely correct, of course. Not the crane as it was in this particular picture, anyway. But it did have a skin of sort last night. I knew you were a scoop hater, but this is plumb crazy! You want Tabby and me to starve, is that it? That wasn't my intent at all. But I do think it's time to finally put them both out of their misery. Gordy's skin is right here in front of us. It wasn't skin at all. It was this. It was the weatherproof cloth. Miss Nichols told us that it seemed likely to rain last night. That never happened in the end. But I think Shaun may have covered the crane with rainproof sheeting, nonetheless. And that, my intrepid young reporters, is what Miss Nichols mistook for Gordy's skin.
What?
Ah, heck! Well, Shaun, am I mistaken?
You see everything, don't you? Gotta say, you're pretty amazing.
Thanks, bestie, I try. I'm sorry, Miss Hart, but Miss Nichols' monster was no such thing. It was simply a trick of the light. Just like that, the dream dies. Again.
Chief! Ah, shit!
I think that may have finally shut them up.
I thought the kid was holding out on us. But it seems I could have been a little wrong. Maybe. Alright. We know what the so-called monster was now. Everybody happy?
Everybody except these two.
Agent Lang! Oh. The President's autopsy report is out, sir! Oh! We may finally figure out what the mustard is! It is? Let me see it! Death was due to full-body contusions and bone breakages caused by extreme pressure from above. Wait! Was he actually crushed by a cowhead? Holy shit! So we have our cause of death. He was crushed. Just as we thought. Wait! What? That doesn't explain the mustard! Test results still haven't come back from the yellow substance found in his chest. Oh, there we go. We haven't forgotten about the mustard, thank God. But they did find gunshot residue on his right hand.
Gunshot residue? Guess he was a kid at heart, huh?
Gunshot residue, okay? It's a substance left behind when a firearm is discharged. Its presence indicates the President may have used a gun.
Really? We didn't find a gun anywhere, did we?
Indeed not, which makes the residue something of a riddle. We'll need to read that report carefully. Well, Agent Lang, that clears one thing up at least. The President didn't die from a fall, which means he wasn't pushed from the roof of the big building. He was crushed by the falling Torosaur's head, just as we said he was. Guess I have to accept that now. Fine, you were right.
Amazing. So does that mean Judge Gavelle isn't a suspect anymore either?
No, I think Lang is still gonna push that. Surely it must. Both the cause and time of death rule her out. She met with the President the night before last, but the autopsy report puts the time of death at around 11 p.m. last night, and we know that the Torosaurus head fell around then too. The facts all line up perfectly.
Phew, what a relief!
But it still puts Shaun at suspicion. Sorry. It might be a little too soon to celebrate. What? Sure, I think we can accept that. The falling head must have been what killed the President. But that begs the question of what could have caused it to fall. Or who. We know it happened late last night. So we have to think about who was here at that time. What are you getting at exactly? You can't mean... I'm afraid I do. You did it, didn't you? Shaun? Oh! Wait! Huh? Why is this milk carton also sweating? The kid's hiding something. He was right here last night. Right where the body was found. He saw the footprints. And yet he wants us to believe he knows nothing about what happened? That's a big ask, surely. We haven't yet established if the footprints had anything to do with the murder. So even if he did see them, that doesn't mean he was involved.
Maybe not, but his face tells me different.
The kid's sweating bullets!
As does the fact that he's shaking like a leaf. Does seem like Agent Lang might be onto something, but I don't think Shaun's going to talk. Fine, keep your mouth shut, kid. I have a better idea. Why don't we let your tape do the talking?
What exactly are you planning, Agent Lang?
The police have some pretty sophisticated image analysis tools these days.
You would go to such extreme lengths to see my son convicted? It's not ideal. But if the boy won't talk, we don't have any other way of getting to the truth. Detective Gumshoe, you have access to exactly such a device, do you not? Oh, fuck! It's the video thing! From Case 2! Sure do! Little V!
Good. Then that should make this nice and quick.
Mr. Edgeworth, might I request that it be you who carries out the analysis in question? Why me? I fear that Agent Lang might be inclined to believe the worst. Image analysis isn't exactly my specialty, but alright. Are there new clues to be discovered somewhere in the image data, I wonder? Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. What am I doing? Ah! Ah! Hello, buff man! Holy shit! You appeared like a ghost! Look at your muscles! Holy fuck! Scared the shit out of me. Hello, buff president. What the?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Let me see!
Hmm?
Yay! Oh shit!
What is it? What's the matter? Show me! Mr. Edgeworth, the court asks that you share your findings. Ah, there's a muscular man in the top right corner. Zoom in on the top right part of the image and look closely. There's a person there. It's the president! Oh my god, it's Phoenix Wright! Phoenix Wright 26381.
Thanks for the follow! I greatly appreciate it! Welcome! Yes!
Welcome. If you'd like to chat in our chat, you'll have to wait 10 minutes because we have a little follower restriction due to bots and stuff. But yeah, welcome. We're in the home stretch of finishing Ace Attorney collection, Ace Attorney Investigations collection. And yeah. Oh, and my name's Create. I'm a PNG YouTuber that does this as a hobby. I stream stuff whenever I feel like it. Yep. Okay. Keep her going. We found a muscular man in the top right corner. Oh shit. Hey. The president. Oh my.
What? You kidding, right? Well, I'd say that's pretty decisive, wouldn't you?
This doesn't look good for Shaun at all.
Wait! This doesn't prove anything! I didn't know he was there! I don't believe you. And the image does in fact prove something very important. That you and the president were here at the scene of the crime together. Admit it, kid! You murdered President Wang!
No, that's ridiculous! Why? Why would he? Shaun, you didn't. You can't have. Can you?
What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to push back against footage like that!
Surely even you can't deny that this looks pretty bad for the kid, Mr. Prosecutor. Ah! He claimed he knew nothing about what happened, but the president is right there with him. Oh, fuck.
Shaun, what are you not telling us? We have to know.
He's right, Shaun.
Be honest now. It's the only way.
I saw him die with my own 2 eyes. The truth is,
it was all my fault. Shaun, what did you do?
It was my fault. The Torosaurus head fell off the trailer.
Wait! What? Are we gonna ignore the fact that Excelsius was here? I'm so confused. There's so many aspects of this case that we do not know.
I went up on the roof of the trailer to prep the kit I was using, and I turned on the heater while I was there. I must have left it burning when I came back down to run my lines. My mom called, and I left the set to go talk to her. When I came back after the call, the Torosaurus head had fallen from the roof, and the president was just there, lying next to it.
No. We did find evidence of a fire having broken out up on the roof.
It was just a tiny one, so I put it out myself.
So we're saying the president died because of Shaun?
If he did, that would make this whole thing just an accident. What did you do with the head after you found it on the ground?
I took it apart, carried the pieces up to the roof, and put it back together again.
You're saying you put out the fire and moved the head back to where it fell from?
In other words, you tried to cover your tracks. You're a real piece of work, kid. It's not like I did any of this on purpose. I really did just forget to turn the heater off.
Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed. And the head
would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right. The fire caused the head to fall.
Indeed. And I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them.
And you swear it was an accident? It seems a little convenient. What was the president even doing here in the first place? How the heck am I supposed to know? I didn't see anybody, I swear! I still don't believe you! Why would President Wang come to a place like this in the middle of the night?
His reasons for coming here are something of a mystery, it's true. He met Judge Gavelle up on the roof 2 nights ago, but he was also here on the movie set last night. Did he come to meet Shaun? I think we'll need to go over the boy's statement very carefully indeed. Fuck! Okay. Went up on the roof of the trailer to prep the kit I was using. What kit? What kit are we talking about? Ah, fuck, I don't have anything about the paint thinner cans up here. I don't have a picture. Shit. I must have left it burning when I came back down to run my lines. Then my mom called. I had left the set to go talk to her. When I came back after the call, the Torosaurus head had fallen from the roof, and the president was just there lying next to it. What kit? What kit are you talking about? What? Wait. You're a fit and hardy young man, Shaun. It's spring now. Surely you didn't really need to fire up that stove. He's a fit and hardy young man who needs to look after himself. Really, Your Honor? But if he resorts to such measures even during warm weather...
Seriously? You two are going to argue over something like that right now?
He's right, of course. You've made your point, Shaun. But I've told you before to watch how you talk to people. I think he was criticizing you as much as he was me, Your Honor. Wait, I wanted the kit! Oh, fuck. I must have left it burning when I came back to run down my line. I think I need to press everything. My mom called. I left the set to go. He left the set to go talk to her. When I came back after the call, the Torosaurus head had fallen from the roof and the president was just there lying next to it. Wait. Left the set to go talk to her. But the lock is untouched. Fuck! The thing about the lock being untouched is really throwing me off. I must have left it burning when I came back down to run my lines. You left it burning? You didn't think to check before you came back down to the lot?
I meant to, but I was thinking about my lines and the scene and everything else. It's not my fault I forgot. Everybody forgets stuff.
I sure do. So much stuff. I leave the air conditioner on in Mr. Edgeworth's office. And the lights. I forget that he told me to never jump off the ladder on his bookshelves. Or make prank calls. But the one thing I would never ever forget to do is turn off an unattended heater.
That's comforting. Please, Shaun, go on.
She's a lot, huh?
Anyway, I was saying... Okay. Mom called and I left the set to go talk to her. I feel like I need to press everything. It was the middle of the night, and the set was deserted. Why did you need to leave in order to talk to your mother?
I forgot I was supposed to talk to her. I got confused, I guess. I thought if I didn't leave, she'd find out I was out of the hotel at night on my own.
That doesn't make sense. You know that, don't you?
Fine, look, the camera was rolling and mics were all live, okay? I didn't want our conversation on that tape where anybody could hear it.
He was embarrassed about being recorded speaking on the phone to his mother?
So I ditched the rehearsal and ran off set as quick as I could.
That makes sense. You pretended to your mother that you were back at the hotel during the call, correct?
How come you couldn't tell her you were coming back to the set to practice your lines?
Because she'd have phoned the hotel and asked them to send a car to get me or something.
Of course I would have. A child your age shouldn't be out on his own at late at night. Anything could happen to you. You were just kidnapped, my guy. Children really can't seem to see things from their parents' perspective, can they?
It's true the other way around too, you know, Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright, Shaun, can you tell us what happened when you came back after speaking to your mother?
Huh? Oh, sure. So I came back, and...
the Torosaurus head had fallen from the roof. The president was just there lying next to it. Were there any signs that it was about to fall before you left?
I don't remember. I was concentrating on my lines.
But a fire had broken out on the roof because of the heater you forgot to turn off. Did you really hear nothing the entire time?
No, I had my headphones on.
Why?
I was playing the soundtrack to the movie to help me concentrate, and I was playing it loud. So yeah, I definitely didn't hear anything.
Except for the sound of your phone ringing when Judge Gavelle called you.
You know that cell phones vibrate these days, right? Anyway.
The president was just there lying next to it. He did have his headphones on, that's correct. Did you notice anything unusual about the body?
I don't know. It was dark. That's it. It was dark and fucking spooky.
It suddenly seems even more... What is that word? What is that? I don't know. Fuck. Google! No, it's fine. We don't need it.
I don't think he wants to go back over that memory any more than he has to, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sure he doesn't. But is that really all it is? Should I push him a little? Yes! Yes! Always when it gives me that option. Yay, you are freed from the prison! Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the follow, my guy. Yes, yes. Yeah, we have that. We have the 10-minute restriction on just to prevent bots and stuff. And that's unfortunately the lowest that I can set it. So, but yes, you are freed from prison. Welcome.
Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
I'm 100% a bot. Trust. Oh. But yeah, welcome. You gotta ban me now! Okay, no, okay. JK. Okay. Oh, fuck, I accidentally hit the button. Okay. It was dark, but you knew it was a body nonetheless? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. What the fuck? Dude, my guy, it was dark and spooky, but you knew there was a dead corpse next to you? He's hiding something. I better find out what. Most people would cry out for help if they saw somebody lying on the ground, especially the president. And yet, you didn't.
Yeah, because what was the point? He was dead!
As you said, what I'm interested in is how you were able to be so sure. Why were you certain that he was dead?
He was lying on the ground and that huge head was right next to him. Didn't take much to figure out what must have happened.
You couldn't have guessed that the impact would have killed him. How did you really know? I'll tell you how. Because you checked!
Fine, I checked, okay? I was scared, but yeah, I went up to the body and I looked and he wasn't breathing.
So I was right. But why try to hide that fact? There must be a reason. Is he the cause for the mustard on his jacket? Why does he carry a full thing of milk? I don't even own a thing of milk that size. Dude, I don't know, man. He'd just be really into getting his calcium. Calcium and him must be besties. Alright. Could you tell me how the body looked at that point?
I couldn't tell if he was dead at first. There was no blood or anything, so it was hard to be sure. Nothing on his clothes. Wait.
The mustard!
But yeah, he wasn't breathing, so that's how I knew he was dead.
Thank you. I'd like you to add that statement to your testimony if you don't mind. I didn't know he was dead at first. There was no blood, nothing on his clothes either. The fucking... He's got mustard on his abs, my guy! Nothing on his clothes? Nothing at all?
Yeah, nothing. Why? Is there a problem with that?
There's something you're clearly hoping that we've forgotten.
What are you talking about? There isn't! That's not true!
Unluckily for you, we remember it rather well. I'm talking, of course, about the yellow speckles on the president's chest. Yeah, the mustard that's on his abs. You've studiously avoided mentioning them throughout your testimony. An absence I find suspicious, to say the least. I hope for your sake that you have a satisfactory explanation. I don't give a shit about the mustard, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it with Edgeworth and making children testify and then blaming them for murder straight away? Dude, didn't that happen in the trilogy? Didn't that happen with the Steel Samurai case? There was a kid in that case too, wasn't there? I think so. I don't really remember. This is his favorite thing to do! I only remember one instance of it in the trilogy. It does seem something that Edgeworth would do. In his past, in his free time, he blames children for murder. Judge Gavelle?
Allow me to explain.
You? But... I'm the cause of the mustard on his abs.
The yellow residue on the president's chest. I imagine it was from a bouquet of flowers. Lion lilies, to be precise. Lion lilies? 2 nights ago when I met the president on the roof of the big building. I presented him with a bouquet. They're a type of lily with large yellow petals. I imagine that the substance on President Wang's chest was pollen from those flowers.
Fuck, it's not mustard! Damn it! The hell? Mustard would have been better. Okay.
Huh? But... they're not there in the printout from the security camera.
Only because the president is in it. Only because the president is in the way.
Damn, his shoulders are so fucking big.
But why give him flowers? That is not something I am at liberty to divulge. What? More secrets? Are you serious? First you wouldn't tell us why you met with him, and now you can't even tell us about the flowers. My sincerest apologies, but all I can tell you is that I gave him the bouquet. A bouquet that was nowhere near the body when it was discovered. How do you explain that? I cannot. Seriously, Your Honor. Some things you won't explain, the rest you can't. Come on, you've got to give us something here. You wouldn't let this fly in the courtroom. What makes you think we'll accept it? Hey, you leave her alone! Shaun? I threw the flowers away, okay? You did? So they were there when you first found the body? Yeah, they were right there on his chest. And they were squashed completely flat.
Oh, I guess that makes sense, right? They would have gotten crushed along with the president by the big giant cow head on the roof.
He was blamed as a murderer at age 7, I think, so maybe he just wants to make other people have the same childhood as him. Was he blamed for that murder? I think he blamed himself for that. Because I think... Wasn't Von Karma in charge of the case of his dad's murder? When they were in the elevator? And basically made the guy go scot-free? And then Edgeworth just blamed himself for it? And then him just blaming children for being murderers is just his trauma. Manfred blamed Edgeworth for the lift thingy, though? Oh. For being in the elevator? Maybe. I don't really remember. My playthrough of Ace Attorney Trilogy was a long time ago. At least a year. As he states in DL6 later on that he did it according to him. Oh. I just played it about 9-ish years ago. Yeah, I can't remember the specifics about DL6. But I think Edgeworth blames himself for the murder. But anyways, ugh.
I guess that makes sense, right? They would have gotten crushed along with the president.
And the pollen would have been smeared across his jacket front. That does explain things rather neatly. But why remove the bouquet and dispose of it?
No reason.
He's almost as evasive as his mother.
More secrets. You're quite a pair.
There's no secret. I know exactly why Shaun disposed of the bouquet.
Huh?
You saw me leave the house with it, didn't you? Oh. Why is the music sad all of a sudden?
Oh, I get it. When you saw the flowers on the president's body, you remembered seeing your mom with them.
And felt the need to prevent her from coming under suspicion.
No, you've got it all wrong!
That's his least convincing lie yet.
I only remember DL6 as it's the same day as my birthday.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Ugh, excuse me, Chad, sorry. They're related. Yeah, we found out earlier in this case that, Shaun was actually kidnapped. And, Judge Gavelle got a call from the kidnapper being like, if you don't give this person, if you give this person a guilty verdict, I will kill the kid, essentially. But Gavelle is Shaun's mother, yes. They are related. It was a surprise to me too. I've never played Investigations 2, lol. It's good. I'll be quite honest, I do prefer 1. I've been preferring 1 ever since the beginning of this, but this has taken me on a wild fucking ride. That's his least convincing lie yet.
Man, I wanted to be mustard so bad. Has it got chess? Lol. Yeah, well, it's got some kind of chess. It's a weird fucking version of chess. But it's got chess. I often decorate our home with lion lilies. I imagine that's why he remembered. So the flowers his mother was carrying showed up on the president's body. And because of that, he got rid of the bouquet and kept quiet about having discovered the corpse. Huh. Well, that ties everything up nicely, doesn't it? A little too nicely for my tastes.
Why? What's wrong with nice?
I guess you forgot, huh? The kid also told us that he was responsible for the head falling in the first place.
Yeah, he did, but...
So he's still our only suspect. The finger of suspicion still seems to be pointing firmly in Shaun's direction. However... Wait. I can think of a far more likely culprit than the boy. What? Who? The person who was holding Shaun captive until only a short while ago. Oh yeah, a fucking kidnapper! That's right! We had to rescue him from a warehouse refrigeration unit down by the harbor! I only learned chess because younger me saw Edgeworth as a role model. Maybe that's why I'm so messed up. No! Hey man, it's okay. That's a valid reason to learn chess. I don't know chess because my brain is a little bit too small for chess, my guy. That's okay to learn chess from Edgeworth. Yeah, but mind chess is so fucking confusing in this game. It's called mind chess. It's so wild. I don't know if we're gonna be doing it anymore in this game. I might have gone through the last mind chess sequence. But, yeah. I love the random insults. Dude, I got the achievement to say the worst thing to EUSTACE in his mind chess sequence. All because I knew it existed and I wanted to know what happened. So... I said the most shitty thing to EUSTACE, and it was great. A refrigeration unit in a depot? Yeah! The kid was gonna freeze to death! Lucky it wasn't switched on. Poor kid might have frozen into a popsicle otherwise. He was doing his best to call out for help, which is how we found him.
The sedatives had worn off by then, so he's wide awake and plenty loud.
Sedatives? Isn't that what you were given too?
Yep! We found the bottle on the floor of the unit. It was even the same brand. 3 Z's! Apparently it's super strong.
Well, Agent Lang, surely that suggests that Shaun is a victim, not a suspect. Should've put the body in the fridge! Turn Shaun into a popsicle with that gallon of milk that he's got. No. Somebody else was responsible, and I think they've been behind all of this. Oh yeah, and this secret mastermind of yours was here last night too. That... well, I can't yet say. Ha! It's not like you to be so vague, Mr. Prosecutor. Sadly, we just don't have anything to tie our mysterious kidnapper to the murder of the president. So, is there anybody else? Somebody other than Shaun who could have committed the murder. I can think of one person! Yeah! Yep! Of course. So I was right. The kid is still our only suspect. No! Not quite. I can think of another. What? Somebody we just recently proved was right here on the movie set last night. Chairman Winner? You think he killed President Wang? Why not? We've proven that he was present. If he was here, he's a viable suspect as anybody else, wouldn't you say? Winner? Ooh, goodness. Ooh, excuse me, Jet, sorry. Could he really have... It's certainly another possibility with possibility to consider.
Ah, shit. 12 years ago, he was...
That number again. What happened 12 years ago, bestie? Give me your backstory. Spill the beans. Spill the tea. Spill the tea, bestie. He would be lemon flavored from that yellow stuff on it. You're making me hungry. Edgeworth flavored popsicles.
Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends. Our family being the ones who kept him safe.
Lang? Like the Lang from 12 years ago?
Yep. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you.
Agent Lang, what happened 12 years ago? Give me the deets!
It's nothing to do with you.
I think it has everything to do with me. It's clearly connected to this case.
Huh. And you can prove that, can you?
Go ahead, show me some proof that what happened 12 years ago has anything to do with this.
Proof? If you can't prove it, this conversation's over.
Does any of the evidence we've collected show a link between the recent events and those 12 years ago? A liar! This letter was sent to Rosie Ringer, the victim of a murder that happened the night before last. We don't know who sent it, but it does say this. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
What?
But that's not all. Take a look at this. It's a report about Bronco Knight written by Warden Lagarde. It was addressed to Chairman Winner. This last part in particular should be of interest to you.
Retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. In front of the planter?
Something strange is going on, Agent Lang. Miss Ringer was murdered the night before last, and President Wang not long afterward. There's a connection between the two murders. There has to be. And I believe we can trace that connection to events 12 years ago in the past. Am I wrong?
These are old wounds you're opening here. Insults to my family name.
Please, Agent Lang. We need to know. Spill the tea! Oh. Who on earth was that? Shifu! Ah! Lang's besties!
Huh? What are you all doing here?
My besties! We came to find you, sir! We heard you were looking into the incident from 12 years ago.
Idiots! I'm not your boss anymore. Get back to your duties right now.
We can't do that, sir. We've been fired.
What? You're disobeying a direct order?
Please, sir, I'm begging you. We all are. You have to reopen the investigation into the SS-5 incident. We know you can't let it go until you figured out what happened, and we can't either. There's so many people. Well, Agent Lang, it seems your former underlings want the events of the past explained too.
You think it's that easy?
That you could solve the case just like that? I think we can. Together. We can use the power of friendship! Ah! Nah, man, it's fine. A-okay, man. That's fine. I can see your message still with Automod. Alright. Give me the deets. Ugh. Give me the deets, Lang. I want... spill the beans. I state what I'm thinking. He's such a little bean. He's such a little baby man, little baby.
Huh. Well, alright then. Offer accepted.
Yes! Shifu! Shifu!
Nice! Then I guess it's my turn to step up.
I'm sorry, Kate, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're looking into a case in the past, right? I just happen to have something that'll help us with that.
Ah, you mean Mr. Thief. No, wait! Dude! I thought it's called Little Thief. When did Mr. Thief come on in? I don't remember. Isn't Shifu a type of food? I don't know. Let me look it up. Google! What is Shifu? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Dude. Okay, Shifu is a Chinese term of respect that essentially means master or teacher. And the first person to pop up, along with the description, is an image of Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. That's hilarious. Okay.
Sure do. If you can give me the details of the incident, I can rustle up a little simulation for you.
Sadly, we don't have the files relating to the case.
Huh? How come?
Access to those files is restricted. They're top secret.
Really? Why?
Beats me. Somebody must have something to hide. Even I've never seen them. Everything I know, I read in newspaper articles from the time.
That's fine. Just tell us what you can.
Alright.
Spill the beans! Holy shit, the music!
The SS-5 incident happened on a winter's day 12 years ago. February 10th, to be precise. Your police received a call directly from the kidnapper. I've got the president of Zheng Fa.
So he was kidnapped?
Yeah, SS-5 is the official designation of the president's kidnapping case. The kidnapper wanted $100 million.
$100 million? How much money even is that?
More than you can imagine, it seems.
The last person to see the president that night was my father. They were together at the embassy of Zheng Fa until midnight on the 10th. Nobody knows what happened with the president after that until he was kidnapped. Our government did everything they could to scrape together the money. They were desperate to save him.
Why is he built like that? Dude, I got no idea. This man is built like a brick. Holy fuck.
And in the end, they succeeded. The money was handed over, and the president came home safely.
So President Wang was head honcho, even back then? Wow, go Mr. President.
The length of time he stayed in power isn't even close to the most impressive thing about him.
Agent Lang was clearly fond of President Wang. They were clearly besties. I assume the kidnapping was thoroughly investigated?
It was, but the investigation was top secret, as was the trial.
Trial? So a suspect was arrested?
Yeah, none other than our friend,
What?!
Fifi Lagarde.
What? Why would she kidnap Wait, what?! I'm so confused. What?
Is that why you visited the prison? It is. I was put on what you might call extended leave from Interpol, so I thought I'd use the time to look into what happened 12 years back. And I wanted to see who I was dealing with.
She was found not guilty then, wasn't she?
Yeah. My father was in charge of the president's security at the time, but they held him responsible for the kidnapping and stripped him of his duties as presidential bodyguard. He stayed on the force, though, and he worked the case alone. Until eventually he's found a suspect.
I'm about to go insane. Dude! This series makes me go insane. Every aspect of it. I love how ridiculous it is, yet how serious it can be at the same fucking time.
Lagarde, and if he thought she did it, there's no way she was innocent. But they declared her not guilty, and the case went cold. My father couldn't take it. He was broken.
mentally and physically. Finally, he quit the force altogether. So he had solid grounds to suspect Warden Lagarde. He must have had evidence. He wouldn't have charged her otherwise. But I've never been able to see the materials from the case. I'm sorry, but that's all I know.
What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? This is useful information, but I don't think it's enough for Little Thief to recreate the scene.
Is there really nothing we can do? Oh. Who else is joining the party? Holy shit! Looks like you could use a hand. Who is this now? Ah! Besties! Hi, Francisca. Queen! Francisca!
And Mr. Fender!
We finally wrapped things up over at the courthouse, so we thought we'd see what you kids were up to. Here. What's this? It says SS-5 Incident Investigation Report. Holy shit, what a convenient... oh my god! Ain't this convenient? Wow! All the Von Karmas are now there. Manfred is in spirit. I don't think he's dead. I think he's just in prison. Francisca, ain't this convenient? When Fifi Lagarde mentioned an incident from 12 years ago earlier, I couldn't help but wonder. So I decided to look into it. And this is what Interpol provided. Nice work, Francisca. Don't get the wrong idea, Miles Edgeworth. You're no longer a prosecutor. I didn't do this for you. I did it so that a colleague could solve his father's final case. I owe you, sis. But everything related to the SS-5 incident was supposed to be top secret. Yes, but that classification was applied... Wait, but that classification was applied by the prosecutor in charge of the case. What?! This case is just throwing curveball after curveball after curveball. Wait! No wonder why Lagarde was declared not guilty. Excelsius was the prosecutor! What is Edgeworth then? Edgeworth is his own little man. He's his own little bean. No longer a Von Karma, because he doesn't do shit that way no more. Francisca's here, and Manfred is just in prison. He's gone wild, he's gone rogue! Wait, okay. But that classification was applied by the prosecutor in charge of the case. Excelsius Winner. He was the prosecutor in charge? Him again. Don't worry. Due to the outcome of this morning's case, he's been stripped of his authority. Yay! An outcome that was in no small part thanks to the efforts of his own son. Eustace. So in defeating his father, he made the old case file available to us. It sounds like we owe him. Why was he on fire? Dude! Don't worry about it, he's fine. He's okay. He just had a lighter. A certified lighter in the courthouse. That's why he's on fire. Prosecutor Eustace Winner is busy wrapping things up after the conclusion of the Lagarde trial. But he asked me to give you a message. Leave Dad and Lagarde to me. You focus on your case over there. Huh. He's even starting to sound like a prosecutor, and not a little shit baby. Indeed he is.
Alright! Now that we have the case file, I can recreate the scene no problem.
Excellent. Let's get started. Huh. According to the file, the incident occurred exactly where the plaza is now.
And what are we waiting for? With me, everybody! Party time!
Holy shit, everybody's still fucking here. This case isn't going my way. Let me set myself on fire. Yes, the most logical conclusion. Alright, Kay. If you could set Mr. Thief in motion.
Sure! Looks like there's more than enough here to work with. Where do you want to start?
Good question. Let's see. It seems there was an eyewitness. A freelance journalist by the name of Alf Aldown. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, who knows. But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping. So this is where he saw it all happen, huh? I want Mr. Thief to implode.
Here? As in the big building?
No, construction of the big building only began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property. And before that, now we're getting to the stuff I know. 12 years ago, this place would have been the happy the what? The happy family home. Like for retired people? No, it was a place with children without parents. There was literally an orphanage in place in the big building. What the fuck? Okay. An orphanage, in other words. The president was kidnapped from an orphanage? Yeah, and the place was run by Fifi. Okay. 12 years ago, I killed all the children at the orphanage. I think I should go to sleep on that note. I think I'm starting to lose it, dude. Holy shit. I'm surprised that at an orphanage of all places, the president was kidnapped and not a child. That's a shit thing to say. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Man, go to sleep if you think you need it. My goodness. Holy shit. By the way, Fifi Lagarde is the worst person to run an orphanage. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. She called it her happy little home. As the proprietor of the institution, I suppose it's understandable that she came under suspicion. President Wang, Excelsius winner, and Warden Lagarde. Surely the SS-5 incident must be related to our current case. Have a great playthrough. It's 11 PM and I have no idea. And I've had too much to drink and I'm about to lose it. I might just roll around on the floor. Oh no! Bestie, drink some Wawa. Have a good rest of your night, man. Thanks for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Yes, yes. All of my past VODs of my past playthroughs are up on my YouTube, if you're interested. Yes, drink some water, bestie. Yes, yes. Like I am right now. Ah, refreshing. I'm going to now go into the freezer till my next stream. No, wait a minute. Hold on! Don't put yourself in the freezer! There's gotta be a better place than the freezer! Though America is, like, entirely in a heat wave right now, so a freezer is a good place that I would want to be. It's too fucking hot! It's too toasty! Yes, yes. Well, thanks for sticking by. I appreciate it. Wales is finally out of the heat now. Lol, I am very grateful. Dude, I guess it's America's turn now. Fuck! It's our time to get cooked like an oven. My goodness. Mother Nature said it was our turn. Make sure Edgeworth doesn't die or something. Oh, don't worry, man. It'll be fine. We'll be A-okay. We'll find another bullet in like we did with like we did with Von Karma. And somehow he's connected to the dad. No. Thanks for chilling. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, man. Thanks for the follow. Yes, yes. Have a good rest of your night. Oh my goodness, how much left do I have on my timer for my laundry? Ugh, 4 minutes. Fuck. I need more water too. That was the rest of my water. Alright! Alrighty. Kay, could you enter the data relating to the murder of Mr. Aldown? It seems sensible to assume that he was killed by whoever kidnapped the president.
So if we solve the murder, we solve the kidnapping. Nice!
Alright, we're counting on you. It's convenient that the murder, that the kidnapping of the president took place here. Very convenient. Oh my god! Oh boy. Ooh. He's like, what the fuck?
What the heck is this?
When did I grow to become so blazed towards people's reactions towards Mr. Thief? What we're seeing here is the front yard of the orphanage as it was 12 years ago. At least as far as the police reports describe it.
Yeah! This is how it looked when they started investigating at 7 a.m. in the morning after the murder.
It seems it had been snowing. Yeah, from what I heard, the footprints wound up being pretty important evidence. The snow fell in the daytime the previous day. In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning that none of the relevant footprints would have been obscured by new snow. I think we'll need to pay these footprints some special attention. Let me take a look at this. 12 years ago, President of Zheng Fa was kidnapped and ransomed for $100 million. Suspect was people guard. Okay. Interesting. What is all this shit? Hello? By the plant. Hello? Lion lilies are here. Excuse me? These planters.
According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side.
That's why Excelsius was digging up shit. Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen somewhere before.
Shame there aren't many flowers, but I guess it was the middle of winter.
Yes, but look at that one. It's bright yellow.
Weird. How come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it.
That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. It's a rare member of the family Liliaceae. We're gonna pronounce it like that. A lion lily, you say?
Wait, didn't Judge Gavelle give President Wang some lion lilies?
What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it?
I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child.
I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisca.
Huh, what I just told you is common knowledge. Perhaps you just need to read a little more.
Body. Alf Aldown, the man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. But what exactly did he see?
I based this part of the recreation on one of the crime scene photos.
It seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head.
Yeah, from that brick right there. They figured it must have been taken from here in the yard.
Looks like the blood flowed from the head wound and spread over the surrounding area.
Here, a gift for you. This is Mr. Aldown's autopsy report.
I'm gonna scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Phone. The cell phone must have belonged to the victim.
You're right. Yeah, it says here in the file that Mr. Aldown made a call while he was watching the kidnapping.
Call? To whom?
His girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Ah! I have to go do my laundry. I've been talking as K the whole time. Oh, there we go. Okay. His girlfriend. Seems he called her when he saw that the president was there. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message.
That's in here too, if you want to hear it.
Please. Oh. Hey, oh my god, it's Rosie Ringer. Holy shit. Hey, Rosie, it's me. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason. And there's another... Damn it, the light's out, so I can't quite see, but... It looked like he was being... kidnapped? Anyway, probably nothing. Bye! That's when he got killed, wasn't it? Shit. Hold on. Probably nothing, but I thought I should let you know, and that's when he dies. What were those sounds at the end? He must have been attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Aldown's girlfriend. What was her name? Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard. Just as I thought.
Wait, you mean...
Her revenge for what happened 12 years ago. All Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction.
So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winner, wasn't she?
Cause there wasn't a guilty verdict on somebody who killed her boyfriend. Shit, dude. Perhaps it was for his suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. That's sad as fuck! The victim was carrying a camera.
Oh yeah! According to the file, they recovered a picture. Yeah, here we are.
Holy fuck! Goddamn! That's...
It's the president, right?
Somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Aldown witnessed.
So the person in the trench coat is the kidnapper?
Yes, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Lang's father's theory was correct, the person wearing that trench coat is Warden Lagarde.
How come they only found one picture?
He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked. Goddamn! Brick. This was the brick used in the murder.
There's stuff made of bricks all around the yard here. They probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh?
Maybe. Who knows? Alf Aldown, freelance journalist. Killed after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang.
Even in the recreation, it's pretty gruesome, huh?
It's even worse than the actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. It seems mostly to have come from the back of his head. As you can see, that area is completely caked.
Yeah, the autopsy report says that's where he was hit with the brick.
Indeed. I imagine his attacker must have snuck up on him from behind. It looks as if he's clutching something in his right hand.
Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button.
A button? Torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps? I don't think so. Because, where's that picture? Yeah, that's the eye of a snowman, my guy! Huh. Interesting.
Somebody's dropped a yellow flower here. It's a lion lily, right?
According to Francisca, yes. They're originally from Asia, if I recall correctly.
Yep, and she said it symbolizes the pond being painted or tiled, right?
It was the bond between parent and child, okay? You need to listen. Okay, and there's a shit ton of footprints here. But I think I have everything. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay, footprints. These footprints go toward the body and come back.
According to the case file, they're thought to be the killers. They're about a size 9. Pretty average, in other words. It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murder was from them, though.
Snowman. This looks like a snowman, but it's mostly melted.
Well, it's no wonder he's all slushy. He's wearing a hat and a scarf. Must have been all roasty toasty. Oh, and look at his cute little button eye just lying there.
Probably would have frozen back up again at dawn, though. At dawn, you know, that's when it's usually coldest.
Heh. I don't think that would have helped much, Mr. Edgeworth. If a melted snowman froze again, it wouldn't turn back into a snowman. It would turn into an iceman.
What? It's what I bet you wanted me to say, isn't it? Not too bad. Other footprints. These footprints stop by the body.
Guess that means they belong to Mr. Aldown, right? His feet were pretty big. What's that? About a size 12? According to the file, they were the same size as his shoes. It's a match.
There are burn marks on this pillar here.
The report says there was a fire sometime on the evening of the incident.
A fire?
Let's see. Where was it again? Ah, yeah, one of the orphans set a fire with some
Kerosene! Some sort of prank, probably. Jesus! They sound like a lively bunch. Possibly too lively. Seems their antics spoil our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. Turtle! Alright, turtle. Okay. Ah! So that's what our monstrous hoof prints really were.
Wait, what?
Recall the arrangement of the prints. Now compare it to that of the planters.
Whoa.
That's right. I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood.
So Chairman Winter was digging around the front of them?
He was. And why might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. This piece of evidence shows why Chairman Winter might have been digging in front of the planters. Retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde sent to Chairman Winter. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of a planter.
You think she was telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes?
Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant.
Get it. So he wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant he had to try and dig up all 3.
I imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winter.
But why go to all that trouble? What was he looking for?
What was he looking for? Wait. What if? Oh wait, no, that wouldn't make sense. Sorry. My brain. My fucking brain, dude.
Hey, this arch! We've seen it somewhere before, right?
Indeed we have. It's the same one that stands over the entrance of the big building today.
But this is supposed to be how things looked 12 years ago. Was it there the whole time?
It seems the architects worked the old archway into the structure of the new building.
The future is simply the past reheated. I think I've heard that somewhere.
For once, it seems you might have remembered it correctly.
12 years is a long time to reheat something for. If it was your lunch, it'd be ruined.
Turtle! A tortoise and a hare, inspired by the children's story, no doubt. The tortoise races the speedy hare and wins.
Alright, time for a Cave Faraday pop-up pop quiz. Why did the hare lose the race? I'll give you 3 options.
I don't need 3 options, Kay. He lost because he stopped to rest and fell asleep.
Number 1, the hare's favorite running shoes were stolen by the Yatagarasu. Number 2, the tortoise trained with the Yatagarasu and got so fast that he won. Number 3, the real winner was the Yatagarasu who plotted a surprise secret victory.
Those are my only 3 options.
Too hard. Alright, I'll give you a hint. The option you're looking for starts with a thr.
Well, that definitely narrows it down. Jesus. I think... Okay, hold on. Let me save, and let me try it. Whoops. No, I don't want to talk to you. What if... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, we need to investigate some more. Ugh. Goodness. Okay.
An igloo shaped like a bear. The perfect balance of cuteness and scariness. Guess you could call it a bigloo.
It is quite large. You could probably fit as many as 3 people inside it.
Yeah, and they could live in there for 3 whole years.
3 years? And what about the summer? When the big, igloo melt?
Again, say it again, Mr. Edgeworth, please, one more time.
When the igloo melt?
You're no fun.
Oh, wait. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Interesting. Why can I still search it, though? It's a porch swing with an elephant's face on it. And behind it is what appears to be a motor.
You know what every delicate swing fiend always wonders, don't you? They can swing all the way over the top and back again. Maybe a motorized swing could finally make that dream come true.
Wouldn't that be a little dangerous?
What dream isn't, huh? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
True, but hardly applicable in this case. Okay. There's something that I need to... Here. Shit. Okay. What do I do? Lang! Look, he's just reminiscing. 3 planters. Covered with snow. Is anything the matter, Agent Lang? Yeah, something's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file until now. Indeed. You have Chairman Winner to thank for that, it seems. Yeah, but what's weird is, I've seen this scene somewhere before. What? But where? I keep thinking I've got it, but then it's gone. He appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now. Okay! Oh shit, all I needed to do was talk to Lang? Okay. I think that's about all we can learn from the scene for now.
Alright, how about I try to show you how things looked earlier on that night?
That would be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment at which the victim witnessed the kidnapping?
Sure! I'll use the photograph he took. Here goes nothing.
Oh, I'm forgetting about my laundry. Fuck. My laundry. Okay, hold on. Chat! Oh, I got it. I need to sneeze.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. Chat, I'll be right back. I gotta go continue working on my laundry. I'll be back. Alright. Oh, shit! Hold on, chat. I've just noticed Whoops. Hold on. Let me try and fix the stream labels. Cause we got a new follower and the thing didn't update. Oops. Why is it not? I'm very confused. The amount changed, but most recent follower didn't. I'm very confused. I'm trying to fix it. Can I refresh the session? Why is it not? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna try and fix it later. Because I want to finish this section of the game. I will fix it later. Yes, yes. Okay. Alright. There's Mr. Alldown in the middle of the planters.
And there's the president and his kidnapper out by the road.
My father based his investigation on the evidence Alldown provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow.
How he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. She was the one running the orphanage at the time.
Exactly. When the case went to trial, Excelsius Winter put a big hole in that theory.
He did?
Yeah. After all, the president and the kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage, so it was hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection.
Huh. So they were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage.
Detectives bust a gut to find evidence on the scene, and then prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winter and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal, I'm sure, but...
So you're saying that Chairman Winter was working with the kidnapper?
Probably. I mean, he's such a dick. Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? And you say he was gifted and he was a gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Alldown's message, surely?
Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly a case he liked talking about.
Agent Lang's father.
Oh! Sorry, Chet, that was my mom.
I don't know why it's not Updating. I wonder if I close stream labels and then reopen it. What happens? Whoops. Okay. Agent Lang's father. Da Long Lang. Trusted ally and confidant of President Wang. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by the Chairman Winner. Our first priority should be to find out what they were. Hello, Snowman. I scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. That snowman's missing an eye.
Hey, that snowman. It was melted in the simulation in the morning after the murder, huh? And that muffler was all wet. And his little button eyes had fallen off.
Indeed, it still looked reasonably healthy at this point. Although not entirely. I can see one thing that's missing.
Oh, poor guy. I bet some kid took it as a stupid prank. And a bad piece of eating, though. Maybe they had potential.
I think one of the orphans took it? I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely. And we know for a fact that it was. The snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, his right eye.
Indeed. Luckily, we've managed to locate it.
The button Mr. Aldone was holding. Look at that. It's the same type of button as the other eye and everything.
We suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye. That presents something of a contradiction. What does the button contradict? The victim's location. The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if, after being struck, Mr. Aldone lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself? The snowman. The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling.
I get it. So you're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked?
I am. Within arm's reach, to be precise. And he's currently nowhere near that close.
Right, but his footprints only go as far as... Bleh.
Bleh.
But his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way.
What if they weren't his footprints? I think we need to look at all the prints again.
Right. I'll take us back to the scene when Mr. Aldone's body was found. But the footprints on the left definitely matched up with Mr. Aldone's shoes, right? So what's the deal?
Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. Footprints? Can we really be sure that these are Mr. Aldone's footprints?
Well, they're the same size. A 12, which is pretty big. And the prints match his shoes.
That his feet look to be too small to be wearing.
They also go straight to the middle of the planters, where his body was found.
But as we've established, when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the button from the snowman.
Being a great thief, I know a few contortionist tricks. But that would be way beyond even me. Some average Joe stretching his arms that far? Basically impossible.
I think we can be reasonably certain that the prints were made by the shoes the victim was wearing. Can we be certain that they were actually the victim's shoes? Perhaps we should take another look at them. Yeah! These shoes look too damn big for his feet! These shoes. As the case file says, they match the footprints. But, These aren't the victim shoes. Ah! Ah! Hi, Tam Attack! Thanks for the raid! I appreciate it! Holy shit! Welcome, welcome, everybody! Hello, hello! I hope you had a wonderful streaming whatever you were streaming. Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome! Thanks for the raid, I appreciate it. We're finishing up the last case of Investigations Collection. The second game. We're in the home stretch of the last case. We got a few more parts to go. I don't think I'm gonna finish it today because I've been talking in squeaky voices for about 2.5 hours. But yeah! Thanks for the read! I appreciate it! Oh my god! Holy shit! Yes, yes. For those who don't know me, I'm a PNG tuber. I do this as a hobby. I stream whenever the fuck I want. I do playthroughs of games that I'm interested in. For example, Ace Attorney. And then when I'm done with Ace Attorney, I'm gonna be doing Twilight Princess. It's gonna be sick. Yes, yes. But anyways, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. What were you streaming? I hope it was fun. Yes, yes. Oh, speaking of which, I'm so fucking excited for the next Splatfest that's coming up. For Raiders. I'm so fucking hyped, dude. Okay. Huh. These aren't the victim's shoes. I'm sure of it. What do you mean? I mean that his feet are baby small. Look at how the laces are tied. They don't look a little don't they look a little strange to you? What's more, they don't appear to fit properly. Hey, he's got baby feet. Deltarune Chapter 5! Oh, thank you. Do not say any spoilers. I have honestly only played the first 2 chapters of Deltarune, and if I wanted to play it again, I would probably stream it, but I'd also restart, because in Chapter 1, I didn't get the true ending, and I'm salty about it. I didn't do the secret fight in Chapter 1 with whoever the fuck the Jester is. Streaming Deltarune is so fun. Dude, if I wanted to stream Deltarune, if I wanted to play Deltarune, I would definitely stream it, and I would continue my playthrough, but I would want to restart it. Because I didn't get the true ending in Chapter 1, and I wanted to, whenever I play, I want to get everything, so. I also didn't get the true ending in Chapter 2. Which was fighting, I think there was like a certain limit that you needed to fight all the enemies in order to unlock something important at the ending. Which I did not get. So, I would want to restart my playthrough, but I would definitely want to play the other chapters of Deltarune. It sounds so fun, it looks really fun, and I've so far avoided spoilers to chapters 3, 4, and 5, so I appreciate the no spoilers, my guy. Okay.
So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found, and they stop right by his feet.
But they didn't actually belong to him.
So, are the prints by his head his? The ones that lead away and come back?
No, I don't think so. They're too small.
So neither set belongs to him. Then how did he get here?
That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He was carried by the killer. That makes sense. Or I was good. My brain went to he fell from the heavens. So where did the murder take place? Was it really over by the snowman as we suspect? I don't know. I think Mr. Aldown's body was moved. How else do we explain the button clutched in his hand? And that would suggest that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. I better take a closer look. I'm gonna scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Hello! What are you?
Huh? Look, there's a brick missing here.
Ah, that's our murder weapon. Yes. The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is missing. Yeah! Now we have our puzzle piece to fit these two together. Lovely, 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 jubbly. I have such a big brain! It seems quite likely that the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape and size.
Which means... that... these two fit together. Yeah! He died next to the snowman. I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman.
Right. The button came from there. And the brick, too.
Indeed. And what's more, the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planters.
Mr. Aldown would have seen them right away.
Exactly. I think we need to update the simulation, Kay. Mr. Aldown wasn't standing by the planters, he was next to the snowman. Which means he would have been right next to the president. Wait! This looks fucking ridiculous. What if these two were working together? Did the president kill him?
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh?
Indeed. Everybody who was present is in exactly the same spot.
So where did we go wrong?
One of the pieces of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was faked somehow? But which one was it? One of the pieces of evidence was faked. What? What? He was next to the snowman. Everybody who was present is in exactly the same spot. Are we being fooled by his placement? Is it the button? Kay, would you mind taking a look? Oh shit, no. No. Let's pick the wrong thing. It's impossible that everybody involved with the case is standing in this exact same place. Let me save.
We prove that Mr. Aldown has to have been standing by the snowman.
Which means only one of our pieces of evidence can possibly have been a fake. Is it the picture? It's the photograph? Can we really be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Aldown?
Huh? What do you mean?
We know that whoever killed him moved his body. But why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something he didn't?
And then they took the photo to help back up the lie?
They had the president at gunpoint. They could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have had no choice but to comply.
Hey, now that you mention it, they only recovered one picture from Mr. Aldown's camera, right?
Indeed. I imagine his killer probably removed the film that was already in there, then replaced it with another. thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one they staged.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Aldown was killed. No way.
What? And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Aldown saw at all. It seems highly likely that it was simply staged to make us believe that that was the case.
Wait, so there was the president? So where was the president when Mr. Aldown thought he saw him being kidnapped?
Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence we can use to try and figure that out.
Yeah, he left that voicemail too.
He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? God, okay. This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing. There's a... Wait. I can't listen to it! Bestie! What if they were standing here? Like... Hold on, let me listen to it. It's okay, I can take the blow. Shit, I can't listen to it? Fuck! Oh well.
That's where they really were? How do you figure that?
Do I need a reason?
What, you mean you don't have one? Shit!
What Mr. Ellen said in his message one last time. I don't need to hear it? Here at the orphanage, something's weird's going on. President reminding us, the light's out! So I can't quite see. The light is out! Yeah! This light is out, and this light is out, which means it has to be over here, right? Where the light is out. Recall the statement from Mr. Aldown's voicemail. Damn it, the light's out. 2 of the lights here in the yard are broken.
Yeah, he must have been talking about the one over by the building.
Alright, could you update the simulation to reflect everything we've learned?
Sure.
Sir, yes, sir. That looks better. What about the fire? And there we have it. The kidnapper was really standing over by the building. Yes, which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage. So they moved the body and staged the photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved when the case went to trial. Well, that certainly changes what this particular part of the simulation tells us. I imagine it will also affect our understanding of the scene from when the body was found.
Only one way to find out. Ready to make the jump?
To switch between the 2 recreations, I need to first press X to talk with K. And then select Switch Recreations. I'll give it a try later when I need it. Okay. Buddy, what about the fire? Sir? Sir?
So this is where Mr. Aldown actually saw the president and his kidnapper.
Yes. Which pretty clearly suggests a link between the kidnapping and the orphanage. You can see why so much trouble was taken to suggest that it happened elsewhere.
Yeah, they pulled some really dirty tricks there. Taking a photo like that, that's just cheating!
Not to mention disposing of Mr. Aldown's camera film, and forcing the president to pose at gunpoint. They must have put in some new film, then staged the photo immediately afterward.
If Chairman Winner was involved, he could have changed or hidden the other evidence as well.
It certainly doesn't help that the SS5 case file was classified just until recently.
Yeah, but he's behind bars now. And the truth is coming out at last!
Indeed. Although much still remains unclear, we need to look very closely at the differences between this and the previous simulation. This... and the previous... situation. so this is where Mr. Aldown really met his fate. But he was moved in order to make the scene consistent with the staged photograph. Over to the spot between the planters.
It's the footprints. The fact that they go over there and come back.
Yes, I think that tells us something important. That they were left by whoever carried him over there. Ooh. Hello? Why does the blood cut off like that? Blood on the snow. A lot of it. It certainly looks as if a murder occurred here, doesn't it?
Wait, but we just figured out that Mr. Aldown was killed over by the snowman, right?
We did. I think this blood might belong to somebody else.
What? But the police report said the blood was Mr. Aldown's.
I need to remind you that the case was overseen by Chairman Winner. The man would have had no scruples about altering the official record over something this small.
But then why go to all that trouble? Couldn't he have just cleaned up the blood instead?
He wasn't able to. Think about it. He knew that this is where the police would find Mr. Aldown's body, and he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues.
Oh, you mean luminol? Yeah, they would have found traces of blood if they used that for sure.
Exactly. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it was undetectable. Far easier to falsify the results of any such tests when they came back in. Why is... Sorry guys, but Streamlabs was being weird for a second. I'm gonna have to fix that after stream. for new person that followed. Yes. Ugh. Okay. It would simply have been a matter of replacing the official results with a doctored copy.
Yeesh. So we've been looking at a forgery this whole time? That sucks. But wait, it says Mr. Aldown's clothes were covered with blood too.
It does. And if they were, which seems entirely believable, it suggests that whoever's blood this is, it wasn't yet dry when Mr. Aldown's body was placed here.
Get it, which means that the other person's blood was spilled not long before Mr. Aldown was killed.
I think it does, yes. But if that's the case, doesn't that present something of a contradiction? The blood wasn't Aldown's. The blood wasn't his. The blood is still here. Excuse me? Mr. Aldown wasn't killed here between the planters at all.
Then what's this blood doing here?
Things have changed considerably in terms of what the simulation is showing us. But if we want to look more closely at this blood, I think we'll be better off looking at the simulation from the point at which the body was... Okay. Yeah! Okay. Something is up with this blood. The blood wasn't his. But the blood on the button is his. I feel like I need to... Hold on. There's no mistaking it. This is where Mr. Aldown actually took his pictures, before being attacked by the murderer with a brick from the planter just behind him. After being attacked, he collapsed, grabbing the snowman's right eye as he fell.
Which means his body would have been here at first, and not where we thought it was before.
Indeed. We should examine the area where we thought it previously fell. Which we did. But why are these two besties standing here? Oops. The fire's still here. The flowers are still here. These planters.
According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the yard.
Oh, we already talked about this.
There were 3 planters on each side.
Yes. Planters arranged in a very particular pattern. When we seen so, yeah, we talked about this before. Yeah, we already talked about this. Yep. We already did this conversation. Yeah, we already did this game. We already did it. Oh, my brain is not very big. Okay. Help me out here.
I can't believe there used to be an orphanage right here in the spot, and that Warden Lagarde was in charge.
The SSS-5 incident took place there 12 years ago.
Yeah, they kidnapped the President of Zheng Fa. It's crazy.
And they killed Mr. Alldown, the only witness that we know of anyway. Then kept all the details secret for all those years. The more I think about that...
The more you smell something fishy going on. Yeah, me too. What's even weirder is the people involved. I think we know all of them, don't we?
Lagarde, Winner, President Wang. When I think back over all the cases we've been involved with recently, it's true. I can't help but think they're all connected. It's still encouraging me to look over everything super good. Where's my SL incident? Here we go.
It's a snowman with one eye missing. And it comes up to about my shoulder. That's a super heavyweight contender right there. Those kids weren't messing around.
Never mind its weight and size. I think we need some slightly more in-depth analysis here.
Well, it has a bucket for a hat, buttons for eyes, and a nice fluffy muffler. The full snowman uniform. And it looks like it can't wait for me to punch and kick it into 1,000 tiny snowman pieces.
Perhaps we could keep things a little less subjective. Okay. This is getting me nowhere. Ugh. What about the fire? There are burn marks on this pillar here.
The report says there was a fire sometime in the evening of the incident.
A fire?
Let's see. Where was it again? Ah! Yeah, one of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene. Some sort of prank, probably.
They sound like a lively bunch. Possibly too lively. It seems their antics spoiled our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. Ooh. He's dead here. Oh! There's still more I can find here? Holy shit.
Somebody's dropped it.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's gotta be something to do with this blood. On the snow. We found out that Mr. Aldon was killed over by the snowman. This blood might belong to somebody else. Oh shit. He wasn't able to think about it. He knew that this is where the police would find Mr. Aldon's body, and he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues. Luminol. They would have used trace. They would have tracked down the blood. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it was undetectable. Far easier to falsify the results of any such tests. Mr. Aldon's clothes were covered with blood, too. If they were, which seems entirely believable, it suggests that whoever's blood this is, it wasn't yet dry. So somebody else was killed here. Possibly. The other person's blood was spilt not long before Mr. Aldon was killed. Doesn't that present something of a contradiction? Something's up with this fucking blood and I don't know what. Ooh. Wait. What if... if it was set off by kerosene? What? Okay. What if the fire did not happen before the incident, but happened afterward? Wouldn't that be able to get rid of the blood? Or if the fire was the thing that caused mysterious bloodstain? No, wait, cause wait. Isn't okay? Hold on. We need to figure out when the fuck this fire happened. On the evening of the incident, when the orphan set a fire with kerosene. Sometime on the evening of the incident. If there was a body here, and the fire was set afterwards, then the child who set this said fire would have seen a dead fucking body. It's gotta be this. I'm a fucking genius! I'm a genius! There's a clear contradiction here.
Huh? In the bloodstain?
The blood is clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire. Yeah! The fire! If this fire was set off by a kid, they would have seen the body and they would have been like, nuh-uh! Who set this fire? The blood is clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire, which means that the blood in question was spilt before the fire was started.
Huh? But the fire happened before the murder, no?
If we choose to believe the case file, yes. But if the fire was actually set after what happened here, the kid who lit it might have seen something. Then why isn't there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winner's version of events. We need to know more about this fire. You! Yes, Shifu! The fire might have been reported to the police, which means there might be a record of it. Go see if they have anything, and bring everything you find back here right away. Understood, Shifu. I'll get right on it. Sir, yes, sir. One more thing. What is it, Shifu? Contact my family back in Zheng Fa. Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something there related to the case. There should? What kind of something exactly? I told you I'd seen this scene somewhere before, didn't I? Well, I've remembered where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it. Or at least something very much like it. What? It looked like it was drawn by a child. Possibly a child from the orphanage. Possibly even the child who set the fire. It should still be there somewhere. Tell them to send it right away. Yes, Shifu! Bye, bestie. Okay. Now what do I do? Now where do I go? Oh, shit. Sorry, chat. I am getting text messages. Okay. Sorry, chat. That was my mom. Texting. Okay, I feel like I don't have anything else to do. But I feel like these two clearly go together as our last pieces of the puzzle. Winner is clearly involved in this case as the lead prosecutor. I feel like if not, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Okay, thank God. Jesus Christ. If Chairman Winner was involved in President Wang's abduction, then it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping.
Oh, I get it!
You do?
You bet I do! We're talking treasure, right? Loot! He must have been digging up the ransom money!
The ransom money? $100 million is an awful lot of cash. Burying it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. It certainly seems like a possibility.
Glad you agree.
Oh, are we done? Oh my God, fucking thank God. Jesus Christ. That was a lot for my brain. Hi, bestie. Shifu, I'm back! I brought everything the police had on the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office. All the way across the okay. Oh, one more thing. About time! What kept you, huh? We'll hand it over. Don't interrupt your bestie. Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we? Wait a minute! Wait. Wait! Okay, hold on. First off, the other figure, it looks like he has a penis drawn on his shirt. That's definitely a dick. Anyways! That's Cadus! His bald head looking ass! He's got a fucking knife, and there's his dog next to him! Are they besties? Why does the president have the cow plushie and flowers? Are they besties? Are they more than are they family? What? Because doesn't the flowers represent like they just made a huge thing about the flowers representing the bond between parent and child. Who's the dad? I'm so confused. This is it. This is the picture I remember. Could this be a depiction of something that happened on the night of the incident?
Sure looks like a kid drew it, huh?
Yes, and I'm willing to bet it's the work of the child who set the fire. That's Canis about to stab a bitch. Shifu, there's... What now? Look, it'll have to wait, okay? Well, Mr. Prosecutor? Why do you think my father kept this? I imagine he acquired it at some point during this investigation. Although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it to himself. Could we see the case file for the fire, too? Sure, here. If you'll just give me a moment to read through it. Now let me read it, please. Oh, I can't read it. Damn it! Okay. It seems the boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the evening of the incident. And then disappeared several days later. What? Must have been because he saw something, right?
No! A kid? Really? That's horrible!
Sadly not unimaginable. Huh? Looks like the kid left something behind that was put into evidence. What's this? That's... But what's it doing in that case file? What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Have you seen this somewhere before? That's the other horn to the cow. Something very much like it, yes. We have a piece of evidence that could well be connected. That's the other horn of the cow. I don't know what it was doing in the evidence for that case, but it looks like that it might be the missing horn from this soft toy. Hey, that was President Wang's! You've seen it before? Of course! He always kept it somewhere close by! I remember it because of the missing piece. I see. It has a special device inside that plays recorded sound when you twist the horn.
Hey, do you think maybe putting the horn back on might unlock more recordings?
You never know. The toy itself should still be up on the 51st floor. Hey, you heard the man! Yes, Shifu, I'll go fetch it right away! But what about the other thing that you need to say, bestie? Here it is, Shifu. The Torosaurus doll, just like you asked. Good work. Hand it to the prosecutor over there. Well, does the horn found at the orphanage fit the president's plushie?
It fits perfectly!
And? Any more recordings on there? Oh! Hi, Dijin. Sorry. President Wang. It's me, Amelie. That's a new name.
I know it's been a while. I saw on the news that you were visiting the country soon, and I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end I decided I had to.
Turn it off! Right now! It's gotten into Judge Gavelle.
Are you okay?
Just turn it off! Please!
You see, I had a baby.
A beautiful little boy. Your beautiful little boy. I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Oh, except I call him Shaun.
Wait! Ma'am, is your husband the president? Ma'am! Bessie! What a fucking family tree this is!
Except I called him Shaun. Shaun Fenn. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Is your real name Amelie Gavelle? That's pretty. No! Shaun Fenn. The kid?
And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like. Even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye.
What? He was my dad?
I'm so sorry, Shaun.
Care to explain what the heck is going on, Gavelle?
Shaun isn't my biological son. I adopted him.
And he was aware of this?
Yes, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn. She died 5 years ago. We were cousins, but we were also friends. The best of friends. People often mistook us for sisters. And so when she died, it seemed only natural that Shaun should come and live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity a secret, and I decided that the best way to do that would be for him to never know in the first place.
Wait, okay, I'm trying to figure out this fucking family tree. Okay, so, President Wang and Amelie were married. Amelie and Gavelle are cousins. So when Amelie died, Gavelle basically took Shaun in. So Gavelle isn't related to the president. But Shaun is essentially the adopted but not biological son. Goddamn! What is this family tree? That's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. I guess Shaun's mother must have recorded the message and then sent the plushie to the president.
Hey. Yes, Shaun? You sure? He was really my dad? Yes, I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Zheng Fa.
Makes sense. That line of work might have well brought her into contact with the president.
What? You told me she worked at the orphanage! She did, but only after she returned. After she quit the diplomatic service. She always loved helping others. The orphanage was perfect for her.
Oh!
Sorry, Judge Gavelle, but I have to ask. Amelie, the lady who asked the president to come, why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files related to the SS-5 incident? She never made it to the rendezvous that night. Someone was tailing her.
I'll bet that was Chairman Winter's doing. Though sadly we can't prove it.
And because she couldn't make it, she never saw the president again.
Then she died 5 years ago. This can't be easy for Shaun.
Hey, Shaun, are you thirsty? We could go get a soda? My treat, okay? Come on, I think I saw a vending machine over...
You think I can't buy myself a soda? This is important. And it's about me. I'm staying.
Oh, that didn't work at all.
Oh, bestie.
Bestie. Shaun, perhaps now you can guess why I met with the president 2 nights ago.
So that's it. That was the big secret.
I wanted to tell him face to face that Amelie was gone, but also that you were alive and well.
More than well.
But I...
Makes sense now. No wonder Judge Gavelle was so keen to avoid sharing the details of their meeting.
Yeah. So you would have had to share the truth about Shaun, too.
That was why I took the lion lilies with me. So there would be no doubt that I knew Amelie. And that I knew her as well. And that I knew her well. Okay. These flowers bore a special significance for the two of them, you see. President Wang gave Amelie a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance. But now, he too is dead. If only he had lived, Shaun might finally have been able to get to know him. Shifu! I've been waiting for the right time to say this, but what? What is it? You've been hovering there this whole time. Can't it wait? They sent something else from Zheng Fa. President Wang's his will? What? The president's will, huh? He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give. So he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride. Our family jewels. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. What? This is... What is it, Ancient Wang? Does it have anything to do with our current case? You could say that. Seems he was planning on publicly acknowledging Shaun as his son. Shaun's name appears in the president's will? And we're certain that the document is authentic? That President Wang wrote it himself? Sure we are. It's old, but it's real. My family took charge of it back before the SS-5 incident happened. They'll want to analyze it back home to be sure. But I'd stake my name on it being the genuine article. Wang was a renowned world leader. A child nobody knew about would have been sure to- Wait, a child nobody knew about would have been sure to cause a stir. And yet he chose to mention the child in his will nonetheless. Well, that's that, I guess. I still can't quite believe it, but the president confirmed it with his own hand. There's no denying it. Shaun, you're President Wang's son! What the fuck? Shaun! Shaun! Get your ass back over here! Oh, holy fuck! It ends there? God damn! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh, he didn't run too far. Okay. Let me get to a point where there's some music. Hello, mama. Okay, this is some sad music. Alright, chat! I am going to end tonight's stream here. Yes, yes. Oh my god, this case is a long one. Holy fuck. Oh my goodness. Alright, chat. This week, I am gonna finish this case. It's gonna happen. We're gonna complete it. We're gonna finish it. Yes, yes, because I want to start Twilight Princess. This case is a doozy. Oh my god. Oh, and chat. Chat. The next Splatfest for Splatoon 3, the Splatoon Raiders Splatfest, my 5-year streaming anniversary lands on Monday, July 13th. And that Splatfest is the whole weekend before. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a huge mega stream of Splatfest on Sunday. Because I have to work on Saturday, unfortunately. So to celebrate 5 years, I think I'm gonna do Splatfest on the 12th. Because I don't know if I'll be able to actually stream on that Monday. I don't plan on streaming on that Monday, but I think it'll be better to have my 5-year anniversary stream be something big and cool. And what's something big and cool going on? Oh, Splatfest! So we're gonna vibe, we're gonna hang. I think I'm gonna choose Team Power. Cause what is it? I think it's power. Hold on, it's speed, power, and tactics, I think, is the theme. Raiders, Splatfest. Yeah. It's what's your fighting style? It's speed, power, and tactics. I think I'm gonna go with power. Just because that was also the team that I picked for the Zelda Splatfest. And we can't give up on my boy, Matthew Mercer. So, yeah. That's the plan for the future. This game is going to be done this week. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Alright. Is there anybody I can raid? There's nobody I can raid. Chat, you guys can just go scatter. There's nobody I can raid, which is a-okay, but yes. Alright. Chat. Oh, wait, we're gonna give some thank yous to Phoenix Wright 26381 for the follow. I'll make sure that I'll try to have stream labels fixed so that your name pops up there in the bottom left. I don't know why it didn't update, but the follower amount did. I'm very confused. But, yeah, thank you so much for the follow. I greatly appreciate. And then thank you so much, Tam, for the raid. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. When will the next stream be? I don't know. But thanks again for the raids, guys, and for the follows. I appreciate it. Yes. Alright, chat. Remember to drink some water. Remember to eat some snacks. And remember that you are a loved and valued person. I'm hopping off for the night. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.